You're welcome back to Breakfast Central here on News Central Television. It's time for us to look at what the newspapers are saying. And joining us to analyze this is the publisher of the niche newspaper, Ikechukwu Amaechi. A warm welcome to you. Thanks for joining us on Breakfast Central as always. We've missed you, even though we saw you the last time, but we couldn't do this for matters beyond our jurisdiction.
Yes, yeah. If it comes to issues of bottom line, I think that's what they call it.
Yes.
Bottom line. I can understand.
Thank you very much. Sorry that I'm not being as
for being understanding
as I should be, because I mean the stories today have been quite depressing. The most depressing one, of course, being the at least 51 people who have been killed in fresh attacks in Plateau. And we can't just look away as a nation. Yes, we'll be talking about it at News Central here. But I was saying to Joe that I feel that as a nation, we feel the people of Plateau State. I don't know if we're making as much noise. It just feels like business is going on as usual. People are dying. People are being slaughtered. Families are being wiped out. And we're just continuing with life. Like it's business as usual.
All Nigerians have been failed. It is simply that, you know, the late Chinua Achebe wrote a novel a long time ago, There Was a Country. I think there was a country, because we no longer have a Nigeria, I'm saying that with all sense of responsibility. We are lying to ourselves if we think that what is going on, people can't understand it. In any case, where is your president?
He has given instructions.
Joe, where is your president? In the 2 weeks, or getting to 2 weeks that he's been away, well over 130-something people have been slaughtered. First, over 80 in Bokos local government, now 52 confirmed.
In Basa.
And if 52 is confirmed, don't be surprised. At the end of the day, it could be well over 100 people. It could
be a conservative estimate.
Now, and the president, in any other country, I continue saying this, in any other country where this happens, the president will cut short whatever he's doing, whether he's on vacation, whether he's on medical tourism, the president is needed here. He said the man is there, writing a letter and saying the governor of Plateau State should take responsibility when the commander-in-chief is away.
Okay, that's the big story on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. 51 feared killed in fresh Plateau attack, killings in Benue, Plateau State's genocidal war, MBF says. It's an inexcusable security failure, Amnesty International says. Resolve underlying communal issues in your area, Tinubu tells Plateau governor. You know, it's a shame, like you said, that we have failed the people of Nigeria.
So
today is
like
Plateau.
Passing the ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're shifting. I was taken aback when I saw that instruction saying that the governor should have the political will to end insecurity in the state.
Let's ask Mr. Amaechi, looking at the Constitution and the powers the governor has, he has a political will, let's assume he has everything that is given to him. What can he do in his powers as executive governor of Plateau State to stop all of this?
Look, we have a constitution that says the governor is the chief security officer of the state, but that's only on paper. In reality, the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, and you need to understand, okay, look at what is going on in Rivers State now. In a country where the president could wake up in the morning and literally sack an elected governor without any repercussions whatsoever. To what extent is the governor the chief security officer of the state? a governor that cannot even give instruction, directive, to the commissioner of police
Of a state.
of a state, unless you are in the good books of the president. Otherwise, the man will be there and will give counter instructions, and they will even withdraw your security details. So, what can Mufwang, governor of Plateau State, do in the circumstance? Who does he control? Other than arming local vigilante, what can he do? And in any case, he can't even arm local vigilante because he can't even buy guns enough for them. Look, where I blame the governor is that everybody is being politically correct. Your people are being slaughtered like animals every day, and you are still being politically
I mean, Bono governor wasn't politically correct. Governor Zulum, he
correct.
spoke out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are still being politically
And we've seen action.
correct, speaking tongue-in-cheek, and saying that camp has been restored. The same thing he said 2 weeks ago.
And we saw what happened yesterday.
And we saw what happened yesterday. And what? You know, here we are so religious, we say that God forbid. But the truth of the matter is that it is still going to happen again.
All right, let's hold on. We have a call from London. We have Ade calling. Good morning. Thank you for calling. Please go ahead.
Good morning, please. This is my first time of...
Ade, can you please speak up? We're starting to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. And I'm hoping that
Your line is quite faint.
It's quite faint. Yes,
Much
please go
better.
ahead.
Okay. I totally condemn what happened in Jos. And I'm not in support of the president staying outside the country. He should relocate to Plateau State. Because life of human beings are being wasted like chicken. Even you can't kill chicken this way. 50 died last week, 50 died today. I mean, look at that woman speaking that over 500 widow in Plateau alone, just 500. I mean, that's even for one person. The president should relocate and take charge. There's nothing the governor can do. Because we had the governor speaking last week, telling us that even those few people that were arrested, powerful people in Nigeria are calling for them to be released. Who are these powerful people? Let them show us the face of those who are arrested. This thing can cause a lot of problems in Nigeria if they don't take it seriously. Because the American people, the American president is watching. Because that's the master of Nigeria now. If America talk, we shake. So they should do something quickly before they start losing life like because of cow. I don't know. Cow is now valued than a woman being life. So this is condemnable. I don't like it. I'm not happy about this. God will bless my country, Nigeria.
Thank you, Ade, for calling. You're saying, I think your last statement was that it will happen again.
It will, because there is no deterrence. And, okay, look, Olive, the massacre that was carried out 2 weeks ago, how many people were arrested?
None.
Where are they? Is anybody being tried for that crime? Yet, 16 people were killed in Uromi, and the whole country was almost going to come down on everybody. The governor of Edo State had to go to Kano to beg, to plead, and groups were given ultimatum. Unless this is done, this will be done. Yet people are being killed in the Middle Belt, in Benue, in Plateau, almost on daily basis. Hundreds. Can you imagine any other country where you wake up in the morning and all you hear is that 52 people have been murdered?
And we move on.
And
just goes on.
1 day, 2 days, this thing will be in the media in the next couple of days. And everybody will forget it until the next major massacre will happen.
How long are we going to keep? How do we pray for Plateau? Pray for Benue?
What exactly is President Bola Tinubu's responsibility? If a government cannot guarantee the safety of the lives and property of the citizenry, which is the primary responsibility of any government. Everything is secondary. If you cannot guarantee the security of the people, then why are you there? Why are you there? And we're playing politics, and people are talking about 2027. On what basis will Tinubu be re-elected in 2027 if this were to be a democracy?
Let's take this call from Wayne who's calling from Abuja. Good morning, Onyeka.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah.
You.
Sorry, go on.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
and talk to us.
Oh yeah, yes. Thank you very much. I mean, so I'm trying to support your guest speaker. Actually, what he's saying is that's my own, thought of view as well. Yeah, what happened in Plateau State is that wrenching. Is crazy. Don't know the word to qualify. You see, this things keep happening. And the truth about it is that my guest friend, the guest speaker, my friend I referred earlier, said the comment of the Mr. President I had this morning, who said it's in France as we speak, that the governor the governor, what's his name, when I spell it correctly, should take charge. Take charge like how? Like your guest speaker is saying. Take charge like that. It's not possible. The state apparatus, the powers of the rise of the presidency. The system that's being run is that the president controls the IG, the service, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So the governor then in the Plateau can't do nothing. Honestly. So that's the truth. Let me tell you, just like the guest speaker is still saying, if this thing happening now is anything to go by. And if I were running democracy, which we are not, then Mr. Tinubu, Mr. President, should be jittery. Should be knowing that this whole thing is going to work against him in 2027. But because we already know that the election has won ahead of time in 2027, we know everything. So it's unfortunate. I had blame. Honestly, I thank your news central, the level of your reportage and coverage. I must say this, but on a serious note, we are making no headway. The militia, the people grabbing land, the Fulani, whatever you call them, we know their mission. We know they are here being supported by the government of the day. That's just the truth. It will happen again and again and again and again. How long blood will be shed in this country before we stand up? So that's my own small comment. I watch you people every day. I feel so sad this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you. All right. Let's take a look at another paper very quickly. I know we haven't really touched on some of the papers. I'd like us to look at Nigerian Tribune. The Nigerian Tribune. That's what we have. I know we've touched on it already. There's a point you made, and it has to do with a PDP governor saying no coalition, Dompanyan Udeokoye, named deputy secretary in acting capacity. We just took that story not quite long ago. But please, let's segue. Let's move to another newspaper. I want us to look at a particular topic. Let's look at The Nation. The Nation, please. Let's look at The Nation, since we've touched more on that. The Nation newspaper, NBA, 300 million collected from Rivers on unconditional gift. I'm sure you are aware of this story where the sole administrator has told them to please ensure that they return the 300 million naira since they no longer want to host the NBA conference in Port Harcourt. But before you react to that story, we have another caller who's calling from Port Harcourt. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Can you speak up, please, and go ahead?
Yes, I am trying to talk about the issue in Borno. It's a very disappointing one, and I think for all clarity, the governor shouldn't just fold his hands. He shouldn't be at all, because it is a thing of his people. The people of that state are his people. If the presidency and the government are not doing anything, I think the best thing to do is they should equip their people. We can't continue in this form in this country. We can't continue to hold to this nonsense where people kill our people all the time, and we should fold our hands and look at them. It is happening almost in every part of this country, and it is not accepted in any way. We have hands, we can fight. We have hands, we can do some of the things they do. So let us not just throw our hands and see our people being killed. And the security agencies in that state, I saw them calling a meeting for what? They should be questioned. They should be questioned. The people you are meant to secure die. It is very unacceptable, and it is not in a way to be accepted at all. These are my points. They shouldn't wait for the federal government. It is a state. They should fight for their right and save their people. That is what the governor should do.
Douglas, thanks for calling. Thank you. All right. It seems like insecurity is the conversation.
Yeah, and rightly so. You know? I mean, how do you contest? We're talking 2027. If you're not alive to vote in 2027, how would you? I mean,
what measure of inhumanity is that?
Look, you can't make any progress. No way. With the level of insecurity we have in this country, and this is not. Look, the bestiality. The way these people are going about this, Joe, can you imagine in these latest killings in Basa, a family of 8, a man, the wife, and the 6 children.
6 children, I heard that.
Were wiped out.
Yeah.
How? Look, even the psychological impact of all this, the trauma. How can you live with this? There was a video someone sent to me yesterday. A woman who was driving with the husband and the daughter, and the car broke down. By the time they got out of the car to see what was the issue, this armed man came out of the bushes and took them away. They raped the woman in front of the husband, in front of the daughter. They raped the daughter, and they sodomized the husband. They have fled the country. They paid 8 million and were released after 5 days. They fled the country, and they vowed, they said they will never set foot again.
I think I saw that story.
Yes, they said they will never set foot again in Nigeria. That even when they die, that they should be buried outside the country. A lot of people have come to, look, how do you explain this? That people can no longer go to their farms. And this is not only Benue Plateau,
Edo. Even Ondo. Yes.
Even in the southeast.
Yes, the southeast, and then southwest.
People are now forming all kinds of vigilantes to protect their communities.
I mean, that's what would happen. Everyone will resort to self-help.
Yeah. What kind of country is this?
So,
what kind of country is this? And we have people there, by and another is issuing statements every day, and if you talk, they insult you. They insult you. And these are the same things. Just yesterday, Tinubu, as an ordinary citizen, was condemning, financing all manner of protests. And today, nobody can talk about this government. Nobody can even give, no matter how constructive your criticism is. Yesterday, the governor of Benue State, a reverend father, stopped P2B from visiting Benue State. P2B was going to IDP camp and to School of Nursing to give something to the people, the long-suffering people of Benue State. The governor stopped him from entering Benue State.
You don't buy the security concerned response.
How? P2B said he tried many times to contact the governor. Of course, and the governor could not be reached. He got in touch with the ADC, who said the man was in a meeting and that he would tell him after, and there was no response. The following day, the ADC said he has not been able to reach his principal. And then PW said, okay, I am contacting just for courtesy call. It's not as if it is necessary. And he proceeded only to be stopped and told what security concerns, what has Reverend Alia done in all the killings. And look, the point we are not emphasizing enough is that this governor of Plateau State, Mufwang, recently said about 52 communities in Plateau State have been taken over by these bandits. They are literally occupied. And the people who live in these communities are not living in IDP camps because they have been chased out of their ancestral homes. They are not living in IDP camps. And you call yourself a citizen of a country and you cannot go to your home because you've been chased out by hoodlums and the government cannot guarantee your safety. Some of these people have been in IDP camps for almost 5 years. And we say this is a country, and we say you should be loyal, you should be patriotic, you should. I don't know, but I think we are gradually getting to a stage. Now, some people will argue whether it is a failed state or a failing state, but if you ask me, how else does a country qualify as a failed state when security of lives and property cannot be guaranteed? When in your own country you can't even live in your ancestral home? When people, most of them are not even Nigerians, have taken over and are sitting pretty in your ancestral homes while you are out there.
Are the security forces ill-equipped, overwhelmed, understaffed? What exactly is the problem? And can these people be talked to? Because, I mean, you can't shoot your way out of every situation. Are there non-kinetic ways we could use to deal with some of this violence? What do they really want? And, I mean, how much does unemployment and poverty also play in driving all this insecurity?
Can the security forces handle all these crises? Wenga, if you ask me, I will say I doubt. We have about 240-something thousand soldiers, about 300 and something thousand policemen, most of who are attached to VIPs. So in a population estimated to be over 200 million, there are so many ungoverned spaces in this country. The borders are very, very porous. We have no safe borders. So these guys come in and they move out. Can the security people that we have now really do the job of securing all these places? I would say no. But the other side of the distance is that you're talking about non-kinetic means of solving the problem. Have these people told you what they want in the first place? How can you appease a man who wakes up in the morning, takes up an AK-47, goes into a village, people who are sleeping, and start butchering them? for no reason whatsoever. For no reason whatsoever. How can you appease a people who chase out the ethnic communities that have lived in a particular place for ages and are occupying that place? How can you appease a people who take pleasure in dehumanizing fellow human beings, in dehumanizing, in raping, in maiming, in sodomizing fellow human beings? And you're going to appease them. How?
All right. Our newspaper today really is just dedicated to the people of Plateau State, to the people of Borno State, and all the Nigerians, unfortunately, who have had to lose their lives because of insecurity. We have a number of papers, a number of the story on the papers. Maybe we'll just touch on what the stories are on the papers, but our conversation is for Plateau. The Nation, 2027, PDP governors disown article on coalition merger on the front page of the Nation newspaper. We also have NLC, Apapa flex muscles over Labour Party, NBA, 300 million collected from Rivers on conditional gift, averting judgment misinterpretation, how to attain $1 trillion economy by central bank. That's what the Nation has. We also have the Daily Independent that says 54 killed, many injured in fresh attack on Plateau community. Confirmed relocation. Rivers administrator demands 300 million naira refund from NBA. Rivers magistrate resigns over emergency rule and appointment of sole administrator. These are some of the stories on the front page of the Daily Independent. And of course, the 2027 elections, PDP governors rule out joining any coalition. Well, of course, these are some stories, but we are dedicating today to Plateau, to Borno State, to the people of Benue, the people who have unfortunately they have to go to bed not knowing what their morning would look like, or if they will wake up in the morning, they're living in fear, helplessness, hopelessness, and that's what we're going to take, unfortunately, today on the newspaper.